and a major city yet to be determined in Russia.
Through federal filings, we confirmed the numbers on 12 funds, each with more than one web domain owned by the LDS Church. The funds control about $31.9 billion in investments.
For more on this, we turn to Matthew Rojansky, director of the Kennan Institute at the Wilson Center.
And Shanghai, People's Republic of China.
The church is prepared to send 220,000 masks, 870 goggles, and 6,500 coveralls. We'll have 79 pallets. Our partner, Project Hope, has arranged for a flight to get these items into China. For the people of China, specifically Shanghai, where we're sending this equipment.
As a physician and surgeon, I have great admiration for medical professionals, scientists, and all who are working around the clock to curb the spread of COVID-19. I am also a man of faith, and I know that during these challenging times, we can be strengthened and lifted as we call upon God and His Son, Jesus Christ, the Master Healer. I invite you to join with me in a worldwide fast, for all whose health permits, to pray for relief from the physical, emotional, and economic effects of this global pandemic. We have called for a global day of fasting and prayer that the present pandemic may be controlled, caregivers protected, the economy strengthened, and life normalized. As a doctor, I know the value of good therapy. So, dear friends, may I prescribe 2 activities to help us experience the healing power of gratitude.
As some of these states reopen, religious gatherings are emerging as hotspots now, with hundreds of infections linked to church services.
For the first time, we have an idea now of how much the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Big Investment Fund performed over the course of a year.
That fund is called Ensign Peak Advisors, and Fox 13 News investigative reporter Nate Carlisle found the public document showing how many billions of dollars it gained in 2020.
Over the last year, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has been more forthcoming about how it's investing tithing money. This latest filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission shows that despite the economic downturn of the pandemic, the church's big investment fund made money. This filing with the SEC shows the holdings of Ensign Peak Advisors at the end of 2020. When added all up, it shows the fund gained more than $6 billion in one of the most difficult financial years in American history.
Today, we are pleased to announce plans to construct 8 new temples. Dubai, United Arab Emirates.
Former Trump advisor and, of course, private equity investor Tom Barrack was arrested today on accusations that he secretly worked to influence the Trump administration on behalf of the United Arab Emirates.
And some more breaking news to tell you about right now. Thomas Barrack, who chaired President Donald Trump's inaugural committee, was arrested today in the LA area in connection with a federal indictment. It accuses him and 2 others of unlawfully lobbying on behalf of the United Arab Emirates during...
We have a breaking news story in our politics lead. We just learned that a former Trump advisor and chairman of the Trump inaugural committee was arrested today and charged with federal crimes. Prosecutors say Tom Barrack illegally lobbied on behalf of the United Arab Emirates.
Thomas Barrack, a billionaire and longtime friend of Donald Trump, who chaired the former president's inaugural fund, has been arrested on charges including unlawful foreign lobbying and obstruction of justice, according to the U.S. Justice Department Tuesday. Barrack is accused of unlawfully advancing the interests of the United Arab Emirates.
This one from NBC, saying that former Trump inaugural chairman Tom Barrack has been arrested in L.A. Now, of course, according to Bloomberg, we are hearing that he has been charged with acting as an agent of a foreign government and charged with acting in interest of United Arab Emirates.
Breaking news from the Justice Department. A New York federal court is charging Thomas Barrack, a longtime friend of former President Trump's, with acting as an agent of a foreign government. The 74-year-old private equity investor and two other defendants are accused of illegally lobbying U.S. officials on behalf of the United Arab Emirates.
Good day, everyone. We're coming on the air with breaking news. Thomas Barrack, a private equity investor and former chairman of the 2017 inaugural fund for former President Donald Trump, has been arrested on federal charges in Los Angeles. He's being accused of acting and conspiring to act as an agent of the United Arab Emirates.
This was an effort, according to federal prosecutors, Thomas Barrack, to work on behalf of the government of the United Arab Emirates.
The plan for a temple in Dubai comes in response to their gracious invitation, which we gratefully acknowledge. Today, we are pleased to announce plans to construct 8 new temples. Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The plan for a temple in Dubai comes in response to their gracious invitation, which we gratefully acknowledge.